Hey guys and gals, Sean from Cross RC with the new AT4. Now, I know I should have done this video before because the truck is on pre-order now for any of those of you that have looked at the site, and I was supposed to have a video out showing you the results of the servo installation on the Demon, but alas, I have had issues with the camera. So that video hasn't come out yet, and it may not because I may have to run the truck again in order to get it. But since the AT4 is out and there's been a couple of pre-orders, I figured, well, I've got one at the store. For those of you that might remember, this was sitting on the table here a while ago when I talked about a little bit of an update, and I pulled it off the table real quick and said, hey, don't ask about this, you can't ask about this. Well, now you can, because they're announced, they're on pre-order. But I wanted to bring one out here today just to kind of go over it with you, show you some of the features, highlight some things, maybe show you some of the new pieces and parts and what's changed and some of the really cool things that Cross has done on this truck. So first off, the AT4. Obviously a little bit of a weird body because from this angle and this angle it's Ford Bronco, and from this angle it's Chevy Blazer. So we affectionately call it the Ford Blazer or the Chevy Bronco at the store. And no, we did not paint this one. This is another one they sent to us with a rather poor paint job, which is really funny because this looks like the same color paint job that my SP4, a few of you have seen, is painted. And also this is the second time they sent us a truck with these black plastic bead locks that we have no idea where they got them from because they don't even know. But starting with a few of the changes, we still have the black rock tires, but now these are a little bit taller at 120 millimeters versus 115 on all the other Demon trucks that have the black rocks. Some of you may recognize the bumper on the front here as the bumper we sell on the website, this one being in silver. The ones we sell on the site are black, and of course we sell these little shackles too. So if you are interested in those, we do sell those. The kit comes with LEDs in the front, LEDs in the rear of the Lexan body, and we'll get this off and I'll answer some questions for you and show you a couple of things about it. So you can see traditional Cross LED pods, rear and for the front headlights. Some nice detail. You know, they did a nice job on that, and they always seem to do that. So set that out of the way and introduce you to the chassis. Now, one of the first things you're going to notice is the front and rear wheel wells, full wheel wells, just like the FR4 has those. Bless you, kitty. And full steps or full sills, rocker slides that are adjustable, which is kind of a nice feature, but also very, I guess, Traxxas-ish. Although the SCX 10.3 also has it. One of the neat things you'll notice here is steering servo is now on the chassis, no longer on the front axle. We have a shift servo and a diff locking servo. And for you eagle-eyed viewers that notice the bumper, yes, these are post style or SCX 10 style body mounts or bumper mounts, front and rear. Although the rear, if you look at it, is stepped down, so if you didn't use the stock body that came with the AT4, you can maybe use a straight bumper post versus these drop down style that this has. We will be selling these servos when the kits come out. Again, they're on pre-order right now. We're hoping to have them within a couple of weeks. But we'll have the servos available as well because this is a very specific size servo. We looked at a couple different manufacturers and suppliers of ours to get servos from, and most of them are either too tall this way or too thick this way. to fit in this area here, specifically in the rear, because the fact that the rear body or rear bumper post come in, they have to be chopped off right here. Any taller of a servo and it won't fit, and then again up here with the shift servo, if it was any wider you could only use one ear on the mounting tab and it might interfere with the, or hit the side of the motor. But that's, you know, something we're going to resolve by actually stocking and carrying the servos for it. But with that 2-speed, that means there is another completely new transmission from Cross. This one again being with 2-speed. And again, if you remember that video where I said you can't ask about it, the reason I had it here is because I had to tear the transmission apart in this, because when we got it and started driving it around the store on a crawling course, the slipper clutch was too loose, and if you came up to an obstacle it would stop. So yes, it has a slipper clutch. Something I know a lot of people have been asking for and saying, hey, why doesn't the Demon have a slipper clutch? Why doesn't the Demon have a slipper clutch? Well, now the new AT4 has a slipper clutch. One of the other features you probably saw as I flipped it over here, it now has, or this one I should say, has portal axles. I guess there is going to be a straight axle conversion kit coming out. For those that don't want the portal axles, that want more of a scale looking axle, that will be coming out soon. Also, you'll notice the lower links now are solid steel with a little hole here to attach your assembly tool to thread on the eyelets. The drive shafts are now very axial or Traxxas TRX4-ish with the plastic body and the sliding collar. This part here is steel where the eyelet and the end of the shaft go together before they go over the what is that, pinion in the differential. So that actually is all brand new. Seems to be a proven design. I mean, they're nice and strong. This is a 3-link front end. So we have an upper link, lower links, and in the front, same solid steel configuration, or I should say construction. We have a panhard bar, a drag link, and a toe link. So really nice construction as far as that goes. Progressive springs on the shocks, so that hopefully will make for a nice handling vehicle. We've actually noticed that this thing on a 2S LiPo with the 2-speed gearbox is silly fast. I don't think you'd ever need a 3-speed in, or a 3S in this, because it's pretty fast. See what else. I know there's talk of a hard body version coming out, and knowing Cross, if they do it, they'll move the battery tray somewhere else and have a flat floor with a fully detailed interior, because that's what they do with the SG, the SU, and the SP. They have it really nicely detailed interior with the flat floor. So I can see this battery tray getting moved somewhere else. Maybe back here over the rear where the shift or the locking servo is for the differentials. That might be a possibility later on in the future. Overall though, I mean, I like this. Now I myself, I know we've got the kits and we have the ready to runs coming. The ready to runs will be available, I think, in the 2 different colors, the red and the blue. I'm going to get a ready to run myself, only because I want mine to be a test bed. You know, every chance I get to take it out and go crawling, whether it be in the winter time. A few of us took a trip over to the other side of the state here a while ago, and aside from the 200-foot climb up the cliff face, actually had quite a bit of fun on the trails. So I want it to be a test bed, see how long it takes me just running the truck to abuse it, and you know, see if anything breaks. Like the slipper clutch in this one was loose when we got it. It may just have been that it wasn't fully assembled correctly when they shipped it. Who knows? But I want mine to be a test bed to see how long it lasts. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Like I said, a lot of new features, lots and lots of new features, all brand new parts throughout. I thought maybe the chassis rails were the same. They have a new part number, and they're telling me they're new parts. So we'll see. I don't know. It looks like they might be the same chassis rails. It would be interesting to see if maybe they were, that you could retrofit the bumper mounts to an older vehicle. Maybe the wheel wells, maybe the side steps, although this stuff is all available from the FR4. This looks, you know, very much like the FR4 when the body's off with the short posts in the front and the taller ones in the rear. So, kind of a neat setup. I just thought I'd give you guys a quick glance and a rundown of all the new features. No, you don't have to run zip ties through your chassis here to hold the wiring down. They just did that from the factory. It works. I don't think it's any kind of a compromise. Here you can kind of get an idea where the shift servo actually attaches to the linkage right here for the 2-speed. I mean, just overall everything is really nicely thought out, and I especially like this. If you look at a lot of the trucks out there that have locking differentials, and for those of you that have a UT4, you'll already see this, or have seen this. This is actually like a braided steel almost line, so it's not going to get damaged being down here in the elements. It's actually very well protected, being the steel, so that's actually a really nice construction. But I know one of the big questions that people are going to ask is, what on earth does EMO mean? Is it extreme mountain off-roader? Is it extreme mud off-roader? No, I hate to break it to you. It's just that. You take the D, you take the N, take them off a Demon, and you have an EMO. But it is what it is. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. Like I said, these are on pre-order right now. There's a few videos. I believe there's one on Facebook that Cross put out. You can watch them in action. And again, like I said, we have them pre-order on the site. We will be stocking the servos for the locking differential and 2-speed steering servo. Whatever you choose if you buy the kit version. We have the HDs, the Savox, the EcoPower is on the site. You can run whatever you want. But yeah, if you have any questions, give us a holler, and thanks for your support.